I've been awake since 3 a.m. but for good reason. I'm currently in the arrivals of Copenhagen airport waiting for my sister to land. We are having a sister's weekend here for 3 days and I am so excited because I love this city so much. We just got to our Airbnb in Copenhagen. We got here via the metro and it was so easy. When we landed, we downloaded the Dot app and then we purchased a city pass right on the app. We purchased a small city pass because that covers the entire Copenhagen zone and also the routes to the airport. And then we paid for a 72-hour pass because we're here for 3 days. It's 9:30 in the morning. We need to freshen up. We literally smell and feel like the airport. It is pouring rain all day today, so we're also gonna do a lot of shopping. And the next days are gonna be sunny. So then we'll do like the sightseeing stuff when we're blessed with the weather. Our Airbnb location was in Vesterbro and I would 100% stay here again. It is so central, close to buses and the metro, and it's full of these cute restaurants and shops.
There is no such thing as a good outfit or hair day today or face day, but we are on our way to Juno the bakery to try their cardamom bun and other pastries. We secured the goods from Juno. We're trying cardamom bun, cream bun, and the almond croissant. The only thing is that there's no inside seating, which isn't ideal because we can't really sit outside right now. First, we're gonna try the cardamom bun. It's so warm and gooey.
Tamar, if you can hear me. This is really good. I'd say better than the ones I had in Sweden. You try. Wet rat alert.
It's pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. Lots of flavor, I dig it.
Okay, so flavor-wise, I would say it was like good, average, but fluffiest I've had so far.
Now it's time for the almond croissant. I wonder if it's filled. It's a little too heavy on the almond topping. Literally tastes like you're just eating raw almonds, like by the handful.
6, 7. You actually can't include that because that's a meme. I rate it like a 6.5.
Okay, now we have the cream puff and we have no napkins.
Wasn't the best decision for a standing dessert. Oh, look at that little half raspberry there.
Surprise, the whole thing's a raspberry.
It's really good.
I like this more than the almond croissant. It's like the perfect sweet sour mix.
We were really close to a Lidkob, which is a secondhand shop in Copenhagen where everybody can rent out vendor spaces to sell their home goods and their clothing. Okay, we just went to Juno the bakery and Lidkob. And Juno the bakery, it's solid, but probably not the best in Copenhagen. So like if you're in the area, go there. But if you're not in the area, I don't know if it's worth going to it. And Lidkob was very overwhelming. Like if you dig, I'm sure you can find really cool pieces. And we did. We did find really cool pieces, but I would prefer more curated stores.
It wasn't the vibe. And I almost wiped out on this bus because the bus driver is so aggressive.
Now we're going to a different area. I'm not gonna even begin to try to pronounce the name, so I'll just insert it here. And we're doing like a whole bunch of thrift stores in this neighborhood, so excited for that. There are so many thrift shops in this neighborhood. You could spend an entire day just digging here, and the shopping in Copenhagen is honestly unmatched. I've never experienced anything like it anywhere in the entire world, but the stores are also so beautiful. I am so obsessed. I will include a recommendation list in the caption of all my favorite thrift stores and other favorites of the city. Some thrift stores are more expensive than others, but overall I do find them reasonably priced. Even when I compare thrift shopping in Copenhagen to Berlin and Paris, it's actually quite reasonable. You can find some really nice secondhand designer pieces or even non-designer pieces that are just super unique. After spending a few hours thrift shopping, we went back towards our Airbnb in Vesterbro to also go into a few shops there because there are so many. Like, I need a week there, I think. Like, one day was not doing it. It was just not doing it. The best was the Humanas though. They are all over the city and they are so good because everything is so cheap and they have so many cool pieces. You could go into every single one. It rained all day today, so we spent the entire day shopping. Then we came back here for 2 hours to have phone time and rest time before dinner. The restaurant is called Pirlo. We have a reservation at 7:30. The metro system is so clean. We were just all in shock, honestly.
So we tried to get to our dinner reservation, but we actually
couldn't because there was a soccer game and the Scottish people won and the Scots were going crazy on the tram. They were having such a fun time. We had to unfortunately cancel our reservation last minute. We're now going to a dim sum place that's very spontaneous called Hidden Dim Sum.
Oh, I'm actually excited for dim sum.
Yeah. As a visitor, eating out in the city is definitely expensive. The food at Hidden Dim Sum wasn't anything spectacular, and I don't think I would go back. An 11 run for midnight snacks.
Midnight. It's like 8 p.m.
We came into a random thrift store and there's nobody working, and it turns out this whole concept is built on trust. They trust you that you are going to check out yourself. This is Rachel's purchase from this store. A little warm sweater because it's a little chilly out. We're now going for breakfast at Studio X Kitchen. What do we rate Studio Kitchen? 8.5.
8.5 points.
If you are going to go to Studio X Kitchen, you should probably show up before 9:30. No.
My bags? Bags.
I love a Saturday, but a Saturday in Copenhagen just hits different. They have so many cool stores in the city center, including this cool sneaker store called Naked. They also have funky accessories stores. Two of my favorites are called Pico and Nørrebro, where you can buy hair clips, French pins, jewelry, and keep up with all the latest Copenhagen trends. Not to mention the bazillion more thrift shops around the city center, and the Hay House. The Hay House was so aesthetically pleasing to go into. It was curated so beautifully, and I love Scandinavian interior and design, so I could just take everything home back to Berlin from this Hay House. Today's the day that I lucked out the most with thrift shopping. I bought 5 coats, including this white fur lawn coat and this black short leather jacket. Then we wanted some matcha and we wanted to try Fred's. It's hyped right now in Copenhagen. It's this matcha store inside of a nail salon, but there are some low Google reviews. But honestly, it was 10 out of 10. It was so good. I highly recommend it. Best matcha I've had in Europe. The Mads Norgads in the city center is also worth going to because they also have a section with funky, colorful accessories and jewelry from other brands. We were all feeling sick by this point, and we went to Joe and the Juice for some ginger shots, and they were also really good. There's this really cool studio in the city center where all of the vases and cups are being made in the store, and there's so many different colors, and this is a really good gift idea if you are in the city and looking for some souvenirs to take back to family and friends. Also, OSV secondhand store had really nice stuff for men. I have literally... Yeah, I know. We just tried the cardamom croissant at Heart Bakery, and it was nice, but it definitely needs more cardamom flavor. I'm not sure if it lives up to the hype. Our dad is a major Star Wars fan, and we went by the shop that sells Star Wars things, and they have like a life-size Darth Vader mask. Helmet, sorry. And he actually wants us to buy it for him and take it back to Canada.
We'll do a try on haul later.
This thing was massive. Like, my sister literally had to buy a new suitcase to take it back to Canada with her because it needed its own suitcase. Now we are going for dinner, and we have a reservation at the restaurant called Cleo. The street Cleo was on was such a vibe. It was so cozy and local, and there were so many restaurants and wine bars. We stopped for a glass of wine at a wine bar before our dinner reservation because it wasn't until 8 p.m.
I bought this purse.
At Cleo, you can either choose a la carte or you can do a 6-course tasting, but you can only do the 6-course tasting if that's what your entire table wants to do. We decided to go with the 6-course tasting, even though we were hesitant given how late it was and we're not used to eating so late. We had the pizza bread, the crudo, a hollandaise dish, potatoes, a pork chop, and an asparagus veggie yogurt dish. Everything was solid, including the wine and cocktails, but the dessert was very underwhelming.
Dinner rating.
7.7.
Solid 7. No. No.
We started our Sunday in the meat district at Prolong Coffee. We didn't actually get a coffee, but the cardamom bun and the vanilla bun were so good. I think the best we actually had in Copenhagen. Highly recommend.
The pastries were good.
Yeah, I love them.
Then we headed to some flea markets, but they were also overwhelming. You really need to be in the mental space to dig.
It's like cash only.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Like mobile transfer.
If you aren't Danish, take DKK with you.
It was so beautiful, we had to go to the water, so we left and went to La Banchina, which is a restaurant / cafe where you can sit outside whether you buy food, drink or not, and just soak up the sun and go swimming. This is such a Copenhagen vibe. We loved it. They also have free bathrooms that you can use, and the sea is so clean, you can see right to the bottom. We then went to Lily Bakery because it's right across the road and the queue was huge. I didn't take many vlogs because there was a no photography inside policy. The pastries were good but not outstanding. I definitely like the pastries better at Prolong Coffee. Then we went for a walk along the sea and I noticed that you could go into the Noma greenhouses. To be honest, I don't really recommend going out of your way to do this. Yeah, you can see some foods that they're experimenting with and trialing, but other than that, I'm not really sure what you can do. You can walk through the gardens, which is nice, of course, because it was so sunny and warm that day. There is a Ghani outlet in Christianshavn, as well as a few other cool thrift stores, so we did that on our way back into the city center. The perfect Sunday activity is going into Magasin du Nord, which is a department store. They have every single Scandinavian brand and more in terms of women and men's clothing, home goods, books. They also have like a luxury grocery store in the basement. There were no metros running to the airport according to Google Maps on this Sunday, so then we made it to Copenhagen Central Station where we could have taken a bus, but then we went to the bus station in the central station and there were no buses. So then we were cutting it close. I ran inside and everyone was telling me I needed to take the train to the airport, but there were no trains on the departure board at all. When we arrived, the airport security line was so long and our boarding pass was not working, so we had to do it manually. Then our gate was 50 minutes away, so definitely allow time at the airport. And Gasoline Grill is actually gas. It was so good, their burgers and fries. So this was our airport dinner before getting on our flight back to Berlin.